Hey polish fans, it's Caroline again and welcome to another video here at Lued Lacquer. In today's video, I am trying out a new video style. I will be trying to do a monthly wish list video, a sort of overall plan of attack, if you will, of all of the other releases happening that month that I have my eye on. Now, I will also be including some that I might only have a couple on my wish list for that I might not actually make purchases of. There seemed to be some interest as well as just seeing overall what releases were happening that month. So I have included quite a number, as you can see. Now, I won't necessarily be shopping from all of these, like I said, but I will mention as we go which polishes I do plan on getting. I have these basically listed in order of when the releases happen. Since we are halfway through the second week of this month, I'm not going to be going over any polish releases that have passed. I did also already do a polish pickup wish list. I'm probably going to continue to do those separately from my overall wish list. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Do you want me to just sort of combine it all? Maybe I'll combine it all. As you can see, this is still a work in progress. I am absolutely open to suggestions and ideas if you see a way that I can make this a better fit for you guys, since this is not just for myself, but for you as viewers to be able to, at a glance, see what other releases are available. Like I said, this isn't going to include everything. If I included every single polish release that I knew about, we would be here for hours. So I've only included ones that caught my eye and that I probably have something on my wish list for. But again, if you want to see everything, let me know and I will try to include more brands. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dig in. The first brand that we're going to look at is BCB Locker. They are releasing a Jurassic Park collection this month. Actually, it already released because it launched on the 6th and it will be available through the 19th. However, even though they launched earlier, the first brand that I am going to go over is actually Wildflower Lacquer because they are closing their release window sooner. Theirs is only available through the 12th. So as of posting this video, you won't have but probably 24 hours or so to get your orders in. So I'm going to go over Wildflower Lacquer first. They are releasing a Mermaids of the Zodiac collection. If I'm understanding it correctly, this is actually going to be part one of a two-part series that they're releasing. So I did find this initially a bit confusing because I thought that these were stickers, but these are the polishes. So they just have the Zodiac sort of mermaid images on some of their polishes, but they do have them for each zodiac sign. So you have Aquarius, Gemini, Capricorn, you have the whole collection, of course, you have Aries, Pisces, and Taurus. Now this isn't the only release that they are having, but here is an overall view of the collection. The 6-piece collection. So for my wish list of 5 polishes from Wildflower, only 2 of them are from this collection. The 2 on my wish list is Aquarius and Capricorn. Those are the purple and the shimmer polish up here in the top right hand corner of the swatches. The other ones are very beautiful. I just am not as drawn to a few of those as I am, of course, the purple, and that shimmer polish is absolutely gorgeous. So here's a few more images of the Mermaids Zodiac collection. Again, volume 1. The other items that are releasing this month, they are re-releasing Follow Us on Tweeters. It is a 2.0, so just something to keep in mind if you already have the original or if you weren't able to get a hold of the original. I'm actually not sure if they have comparisons between the original and the 2.0, but here is the 2.0. So this one is described as a light blue base with aqua to purple shifting shimmer, and it was originally released in 2020. This one for myself is not on my wish list. It is a pretty color, but for this particular shade of a mid-tone to light blue with a more subtle shimmer, I am a bit more particular. It's not my favorite shade of blue for myself. I do love the purple shift, and of course I love the aqua shift in it as well. It's just something that I was pretty easily able to just talk myself out of. The other release that they have is a Polish for Paws series that she has going. This one is called Second Chance. It is going to be a pre-order. This one is described as a light pink base with aqua to blue to purple shifting shimmer and holographic flakes. Now, the great thing about this one is it is a charity polish, so $6 of every bottle is going to be donated to Arnie. And it sounds like what's going to be happening is every month she's going to pick an animal rescue. This one is the Animal Rescue Network of New England, and make a donation to that charity for each of these releases. So this one has a beautiful little puppers there in the swatch picture. And here is the polish. You can see some of those flakies and the green shimmer. This one also is not on my wish list. I do try to at least look at the charity polishes every time, but this is one of those shades of pink that is still in the sort of growing on me phase. And as many polishes as I have on my wish list for this month, I needed to be picky about which polishes made it to my wish list. But otherwise, this one might have made it on my wish list. It is a nice shade of kind of this deeper tone of a mid-tone pink maybe. And I do, of course, like the hollow flakies, but that one was Second Chance. The other polishes that are available is another pre-order. This one is Confetti for Betty. This is one that is on my wish list. This one was originally going to be released in honor of Betty White's 100th birthday. That was back in 2022. And unfortunately, she didn't make it to that 100th birthday, so the polish was not released. But because so many people do really love the polish, and of course Betty White, I mean, who doesn't love her? Wildflower did decide to go ahead and release this, and this is going to be another charity polish. So $6 of every bottle of this polish is going to be donated to the Morris Animal Foundation, which Betty White worked closely with. This one is a clear base packed with a colorful variety of iridescent flakes. And this one is just a beautiful, beautiful polish. I, of course, love my flakies, and look at how many are in here. You have blurbly ones, you have bright pink, you have the ones that shift. There's a lot going on in here. And because I am trying to make sure that I have a lot of different kinds of toppers in my collection, I want to add this one to the collection because this seems like it could be a beautiful way to transform a lot of different colors. I would most likely be using this primarily as a topper, but yeah, that one is on my wish list. The other one that is available is another charity polish. As a brand, they do a lot of those. This one is her yearly suicide awareness charity polish. So this is another polish where $6 of every bottle is going to be donated to a charity, the Elephant Sanctuary in Tennessee, and to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. So double charity here. This one is described as a very light blue teal leaning base with pink to gold to green shifting microflake shimmer, blue to green microflake shimmer, and holographic flakies. So look at all of the beautiful particles in here. This one is so shifty, absolutely gorgeous. All of the colors are just stunning. There's so many shifts and rainbows going on. It is stunning. So this is definitely one that I plan on picking up. And then the last one that is available is another that is on my wish list. This one is called Toby Bean. And this one is inspired by their new kitten, Dolly's Tobeans. And it is a clear base packed with pink to gold shifting microflake shimmer and subtle linear hollow. And oddly enough, she did say that there were reports of staining from this one, so wear a good base coat, which I found rather interesting since it isn't a clear base, but something to be aware of. But again, with the rainbows in this, those microflakes in here are simply gorgeous. A beautiful light pink. This is another one that I think would make a beautiful topper, and look at that glow. That is amazing. Plus in this picture you can see that hollow glow in there as well underneath that pink glow. So the pink is that shimmer. Then you have the subtle rainbows from the linear holographic in there, the subtle linear hollow. Plus all of those microflakies. This is another one that I think is going to be very versatile. You can wear it on its own as pictured here, but you can also use it as a topper over other colors. Now, because this one does look fairly dense, even though it is in a clear base, I'm very curious how sheer it will be in just a singular coat, but I'm sure since it is in a clear base, it's probably going to be pretty easy to adapt to a topper. And again, versatility is really awesome. Actually, here you can see a little bit more how sheer it's going to be. You can see a little bit of that visible nail line. but another stunning, stunning color that was Toby Bean. So those are the 5 polishes that are on my wish list from Wildflower Lacquer, as well as a little overview of what else is available. Moving on to BCB Lockers and their Jurassic Park collection. This is one that I actually don't have anything on my wish list for, but here is the collection. It is a 6-piece collection. And I do love Jurassic Park. I was very excited to see this one coming up, but again, in such a month that is just jam-packed full of polish releases, I was a little bit more picky about adding polish to my wish list. But this one is the Jurassic Park collection. We have Welcome to Jurassic Park, which is a dark olive jelly loaded with red, orange, gold, multichrome flakes and a touch of hollow flakes. I think that one might be this one here. We have Creation is an Act of Sheer Will, which is also a glow-in-the-dark polish. It is a neon blue curly with pink hex glitters, black flakes, and a green glow-in-the-dark pigment. Then you have That Is One Big Pile of Dino Droppings. It is a thermal. That one is a green when cold to a blue when warm thermal packed with green, blue flakes, and blue metallic flakes. That one I think might be this one. Then we have Life Finds a Way, which is a white crelly with gold and rose gold metallic flakes and gold orange iridescent flakes. That is this one up here in the right hand corner. That one is very pretty. I just am a bit more particular about these light creamy colors on my own skin tone. I just don't wear them very often. I love them in the bottle. I love seeing them on other people, but I just don't wear them very often. Next up we have Clever Girl, which is a lilac hollow with a strong pink, purple, orange shifting shimmer. That one would be this one down here in the bottom right hand corner. And I take that back. Clever Girl was on my wish list, but I am trying to decide if that is something that I'm ultimately going to get, because I feel like I might have something kind of close. But the next one and last one in the collection is Hold Onto Your Butts. It's a magnetic, a black jelly with a green, teal, blue multi-chrome magnetic pull and gold metallic flakes. So that one would be this one down here in the bottom left hand corner. So the one on my wish list is Clever Girl, and I don't see swatches here, but they did have some in their group. There was a few swatch pictures that I saw, and it is a really beautiful sort of almost mauve leaning lilac hollow, and it has a really beautiful shifting shimmer in it. So those two things really did catch my attention, but this was the only one that really sort of landed on my wish list. And as you heard me say in the beginning, I thought I didn't have any on my wish list. I forgot that I even added this. So I don't think I'm going to grab it. I don't like grabbing just one singular polish from a release. I just don't like how much it makes a polish when you have to tack on shipping, especially with as expensive as shipping has gotten. It's at least $5. So I really have to want to get 2 at least so that I can divvy that up among at least 2 polishes, which I did do this month for Dom Nail Polish. I did grab 2 from their release. That is one that I'm not going to be going over because it is closing the day I'm filming. So for BCB Lockers, even though this one did make it to my wish list, I do think I'm going to be skipping that. But that was the Jurassic Park collection from BCB Lockers. The next one is Femme Fatale. They are having a sale from the 12th to the 15th. Now, to get the sale, there is a $100 Australian minimum, so that is just something to keep in mind. But they do have a lot going on. 30% off is going to be applied to Baroness X, Bee's Knees Lacquer by Danny Viana, by Vanessa Molina, Concrete Minerals, Cuticle Nail Lacquer, Cupcake Polish, Dreamland Lacquer, Emily Damali and Nail Art, Garden Path Lacquers, Hit the Bottle, Lost World Candles, Nailed It, Notoriously Morbid, Painted Polish, Soap Cult, and Wildflower Lacquer. So the rules applied are listed down below. Minimum spending of $100 AUD, which is approximately $67 US. It does have some exclusions, so just make sure to check those out. Then they have a 20% off section as well. That will be applied to A. England, Arcana Wildcraft, Cirque Colors, Cleona Cosmetics, Colorista Carol, Dom Nail Polish, Epically Epic, Girly Bits Cosmetics, Glisten and Glow, M&N Indie Polish, Penelope Loose, Posy Perfume, Polish Me Silly, Rogue Lacquer, Solstice Scents, and Swamp Gloss Polish. This is one of those sales that I'm not 100% sure I'm going to be shopping from, but it is a pretty good sale, 20 and 30% off, and it does have a lot of brands that I really enjoy. If you click on the Let's Go Shopping link, it takes you to all of the polishes that the sale does apply to. Okay, so this should be showing me in US dollars. And the interesting thing that Femme Fatale does on their website is they are showing you what you'll pay after tax. So before tax it's $15.41, after tax is $16.95. So that is for Colores de Carol's 10. I do already have this polish. For myself, I would most likely be checking out the other Australian brands. The Brazilian brands I think are also available by Danny Viana, by Vanessa Molina, and a few others. A England's another one that I would probably check out as well, since that is a European brand. So you're already going to be paying import costs when you buy them from another website. In any case, there is a lot to go over. There are 2,437 results. Yeah, there's a lot to see here. I was noticing that a few of them are listed as sold out. I'm not sure if that will change when the sale goes live or if those are just already sold out in the sales section. But that is another sale opportunity to check out if you're interested. They do also have some Betsys Lacer, possibly some older releases that might not be available on the website anymore. But yeah, they have 88 pages to check out on their sales section, so quite a lot of options. But that was the sale that will be going on Femme Fatale. The next release that is happening is from Moonshine Manny. On the 12th of January, they are going to be releasing their Runners Up collection. Basically, their first collection of every year is a Runners Up from their Facebook group collabs. Right now, Moonshine Manny's website doesn't have those polishes up, so I did pull up Phoebe's video on it. I will post that in the links down below, but here's Phoebe Moon's channel. I'm sure most of you are already aware of her, but here is the swatch video that she did of all of the polishes in the Runners Up collection, as well as the January Dupe It polish. And as you can see, there is a lot to choose from. I think the one in the upper left hand corner is the Dupe It polish, and then the rest are the Runners Up collection. A few of these are thermals. I know this one is down here in the bottom left, that pink to purple thermal. I think this one is also a thermal, as is this one, so all three here are thermals. But yeah, there's a lot of beautiful polishes here. From those, the ones that made it to my collection was Pool of Unicorn Tears, which I think is also a thermal. This one, I think. Here is the thermal transition. Cold is on the right, warm is on the left, so it shifts from that beautiful dark purple to a more like sky blue. The other one on my wish list is Stay Wild Moonchild. And here is that one. It is a beautiful shifting polish. Definitely make sure to check out Phoebe's swatch video. This one just looks absolutely beautiful. Another shifter polish. If you saw my top 23 of 2023 video, you'll know that these kind of polishes easily make it to my top favorites because I just love all of the different rainbows that you see, and they're just always different and I can't get enough of them. So that one is on my wish list. Next up is Excellent. That is this one here. I love golden flakes in things, which is kind of odd because gold is one of those colors that I don't really love. However, when you add golden flakies to things, I think it's just very complimentary. I love how they look, especially with this beautiful minty green color. Absolutely gorgeous, and the formula on this looked beautiful as well. So that one was excellent. And then the last one on my wish list is You're My Purple. I don't think that surprises anybody. And that is this one here. It is a light purple that has a lot glowing on in it. There's some shifts and shimmers. There's also some flakies. It just looked absolutely beautiful. And of course, I'm a sucker for purples. I still need to go through this and see if I'm getting all four because, as I keep saying, this month is going to be tough as far as how many polishes I'm actually going to be getting. I still need to go over my goals. In fact, I did mean to go over my goals at the beginning of this video, so maybe we'll briefly just pause on the releases and go over what I have set down and written down for my goals for 2024. I do want to do more comparisons of my collections before I buy things. I have a tendency of, if I don't see it in front of me, it's easily, not necessarily forgotten, but it's not at the forefront of my mind. So when I look at polishes, I just easily find myself enamored with them, especially when you're looking at swatch pictures and you're looking at these new, I don't have them yet polishes. It's very easy for me to fall in love with them and forget that I may already have a polish very similar. And I know I've probably ended up duping myself on a number of occasions, or at least getting a polish that maybe I didn't necessarily need. So I do have the goal of trying to do more comps before I make purchases, pull polishes from my collection, and not just full made polishes, but Nurse Jackie, I'll try to remember to post her channel down below if you haven't checked hers out. She does that very well. She will try to recreate a polish. So for instance, if she's looking at a polish that has a bunch of flakies in it, she'll pull a color, say a cream, that matches the base color of the polish she's trying to dupe, and then pull some shimmer toppers and flaky toppers and try to duplicate what she's seeing in the polish. So I would like to do more comparisons. The second goal that I have is to stick to my low buy and try to stay in budget. So those sort of go hand in hand. For the last few months, I have been on a low buy. And what that means, if you can see down here, is I didn't do anything for December. I don't even have a row for December. December, I was virtually ignoring polish. The only two things that I looked at was polish pickup and HHC, and I quickly and rather easily skipped. I honestly couldn't even tell you what was available. So my head was down for December. November, I made one purchase that was from Mooncat. They were having their lunar sale. And then in September, you can see I did have quite a lot listed out on my wish list, and I only purchased from 2 brands. And I will say between September and November, I should have in October, but October was only polish pickup again. So I have been doing a low buy since roughly around June or July, and it has been easier than I thought, but that can get really, really tough when you start to pay attention to releases, more releases. But I do still want to stick to a low buy. I don't have a goal per month necessarily. That's why I sort of merged the stay in budget in with my no buy. But I do have funds that I have set aside for polish. So if, for instance, in January I didn't purchase any, I do have funds that would roll over and then make February have more funds available. So as long as I stick in my budget, I'm not going to feel super bad about, say, having a blowout month where, if say January is my blowout month and I end up buying 5 polishes from Wildflower Lacquer and 5 from Moonshine Manny and 10 from Lued, I'm going to try not to beat myself up about that, assuming I have stuck within my budget. So that's why I have those two sort of merged together. I would like to stick to my low buy and stay within budget. My other grander goal is to get my nail polish organized. I mean, goodness, that has been a goal of mine for years, since well before I started my channel, which was, wow, going on 4 years ago. Wow. Started my channel in March of 2020, and I have had that goal. Now I do have a room set aside to do that in, and I want to, within the first few months of 2024, get that to the point where it is more organized so that I can do the comparisons that I want to do as well. And then the last goal that I have for 2024 is to de-stash. If you've been keeping track of my channel, you'll know that I had that huge ongoing estate haul of over 2,000 bottles of nail polish. It was over 40 videos, if I'm remembering correctly, plus all of the comparisons that I've been doing. So it has been ongoing, and I know a lot of people are excited to see the polishes get destashed and to be able to get their hands on them. And what I've been trying to do, I just didn't realize it was going to take so long, was to try to wait until the very end to sort of wrap things up in a nice neat bow so that I could show everybody, here's the pile of destash and here's the pile of what I kept, sort of a thing. What that unfortunately means for everybody who wants to get a hold of these polishes is they're not available yet. So that has sort of held things up. So hopefully within the first few months of this year, I do get that destash going as well. And not just the destash from that huge haul, but I do want to destash my overall collection as well. I would like to get into my collection and do more comparisons again of the stuff I already have and get rid of any dupes or whatnot, and try to get my collection down to a point where it is a little bit more manageable for me. At this point in time, I probably have between 6,000 and 7,000 bottles of nail polish in my house, and I know that that is excessive and ridiculous. At the same time, it also does put me in a very rare or unusual position of having a lot of polish to do comparisons of. And I'm trying to find a balance between how many I need to hold on to so that I have that type of a collection where I can, for my viewers, do comparisons of polishes that are not available anymore. Maybe a new polish comes out. It'd be nice to be able to do that, but I'm trying to, again, find the balance of, well, how many polishes am I actually going to hold on to? So anyways, that was a blather, but hopefully that makes sense about what my goals are. Next up, Colores de Carol is actually having their anniversary collection. I believe it is their 11-year anniversary collection on January 13th. And they, again, don't have their website live with the new launch, but Janixa of Janixa Nail Lacquer Therapy does have a swatch of that collection, so make sure to check out her channel. I'll also list her video down below. But here is the Colores de Carol 11th anniversary collection. It is an 8-piece collection. So this is another one where I do have a pretty minor wish list going for it, but especially since it is an anniversary collection, I did want to bring awareness to the release. Like I said, this one is going to be an 8-piece collection, and I have this one down here on my wish list. That one I believe is called Limitless, and it is a magnetic. The one right next to it is also a magnetic, but that one is a lighter shade. It's more like a silver hollow with some flaky, so that one's not on my wish list. I almost had this one on my wish list. Actually, I almost had the top 2 on my wish list, and I don't remember what the names are, but one is this sort of a deeper berry shade that has some shifts in it. Unfortunately, for myself anyways, I liked how the shifts looked better in the bottle than how they applied on the nail. And for the second one, it was a black to white thermal, which I thought was really cool. That is loaded with these warm toned flakies. I did go ahead and cut that one out because I don't know that I need it. So I only have one on my wish list. We'll see if I do end up getting it, because like I said, I don't like buying only just one polish from a brand because of the shipping factor. The next release happening in January is HHC, or Handmade Creations. That, as always, will be the 14th through the 21st, and I have 3 polishes on my wish list for that. So for this month, I have the BCB Lacquers. That is sprung forth. This one will sell for $13.50, come in a 15 ml bottle. There is a cap of this one of only 200 that will be available. This one is described as a smoky blue base with a strong pink, gold, orange, green shifting shimmer, and is inspired by the Pegasus. So this is one that really caught my attention because of that beautiful warm shifting glow in it. I am a little hesitant about the base color, but I do love the shifts in this, and I do love the brand, so this one did make it to my wish list because I keep seeing swatch pictures of it, and it is absolutely gorgeous. That one was sprung forth from BCB Lockers. The next one is Baroness X. Baroness X is bringing us Palo Azul. It will sell for $12.50, come in a 15 ml bottle, and the cap is to be determined. So this one is inspired by teas and coffee and is described as an ox bloodish red burgundy jelly base with aqua blue to purple shimmer. So this is one that I thought was rather unusual, and I love this combination. You have this deeper, almost brown leaning berry burgundy color, and then you have that stunning glow. I cannot think of a polish that I own that is like this one, so it really strikes me as something that might be unique to my collection. But this one does look absolutely gorgeous. It is a stunning combination, and like I said, I think it is unique. We'll have to see how that does end up faring, but it is one that I would like to get my hands on. I like that in certain lighting this almost leans brown-ish, and yeah, just a very unusual combination. So that was Baroness X Palo Azul. And then the third one that's on my wish list comes from Alchemy Lacquers. This is Forest Moon. It will sell for $12.50, come in a 12 ml bottle, and the cap on this one is 200 as well, so not that many available. This one is inspired by Star Wars travel posters and is described as a sea green jelly with cyan to blue to purple shifting flakes. So this is another absolutely stunning color. I love the green sort of teal jelly that this one is, and I love the flakies in there. Look at those beautiful blues. This is absolutely stunning. I again don't know if I necessarily have something like it. I'm wondering though if this might be a little bit closer to how it leans in real life. Cosmetic Sanctuary has her swatch videos up, and I know she was saying in her lighting it does come off a bit brighter. So I'm wondering if maybe this is a little bit closer to accurate of real life, how it would look. But it is a very pretty color. We'll have to see if I do end up grabbing this one. I'll have to do a little bit more thinking on if I would be upset if this is how it would look, or if I'm more attracted to it when it is almost neonish sea green. But we'll see how that goes. That was Alchemy Lacquer's Forest Moon. So those were the 3 that I had on my wish list from HHC for the month of January. The next release is Polished Gamers Box. This one will be happening the 15th through the 20th. Now, unfortunately for Polished Gamers Box and the next one, Little Box of Horror, their website is not up yet, but you can go to their Facebook groups. Both of them have Facebook groups available. Polished Gamers Box again and Little Box of Horror. And of the 2, so far anyways, I do only have one polish on my wish list, and that is from Polished Gamers Box. I am looking at Zombie Claw. This month's theme for Polished Gamers Box is PlayStation versus Xbox. And this is the Zombie Claw that I have on my wish list. It is a beautiful purple squishy base that has these iridescent flakies and black flakies. This looks absolutely gorgeous. So this one did make it to my wish list. Currently on their Facebook group, there's not a lot of previews from different polishes. There are a few, but of the ones that I've seen, this is one that did make it to my wish list. So I'm still sort of perusing what is available and seeing if any others catch my attention. But so far, only that has made it to my wish list for Polished Gamers Box. The next one is Little Box of Horrors. That one will open from the 18th through the 30th. And the theme for January is, I think, zombies. So I did just notice Little Box of Horror does actually have a spoiler thread up, and there are 60 listings there, so I do need to go through that. I did that just briefly, but this one did catch my attention. This one is from Victorian Varnish. This one looks beautiful, so I would like to at least look into this one. And of course, as the release date does approach closer, I'll see which other ones might catch my attention. The next release comes from Betsys Lacer. Betsys Lacer has a release coming up on the 19th. And again, Betsys Lacer doesn't have their website updated, but Cosmetic Sanctuary does have a swatch video of the upcoming Throne of the Fallen collection. It will be a 9-piece collection. So I'll post her video down below as well. Make sure to check it out if you want to see swatches. For this one, it looks like 3 of them caught my attention. This is one of them. That one, I believe, is called God of Idiocy. It just looks absolutely gorgeous. I believe that one was described as a brown base, but it looks to be sort of that reddish burgundy brown color, and then you have this beautiful green shifting shimmer and holographic flakies, which is sort of one of the maker's signature things to put in polish, which I love. The other 2 that I have on my wish list is Fair Winter Lady and Outplayed. So Fair Winter Lady is this one here, and Outplayed is their magnetic, this one here in the middle. So these 3 are the ones that have made it to my wish list. And then the last release that we're going to be going over comes from a brand new brand. This is Lued Lacquer. They will be launching their first ever collection on January 26th at 6 p.m. This has got to be by far my biggest wish list of the month, and I had initially been thinking when I saw mixing videos previews that I might perhaps splurge and get the entire collection, but it is a 12-piece collection and the prices were just recently announced, and they are going to be $14 a piece, which means I won't be getting the whole collection. So I did whittle my wish list down, but we're going to go ahead and take a peek at the swatch pictures on Instagram. I will list the page down below. Make sure to check out all of her swatchers as well. So far only a few polishes have come back with swatch pictures from swatchers. It looks like about 5 of them. It looks like about 5 of them of the 12, but here's a really beautiful overview of the 12-piece collection. And she had a really interesting concept. So her concept was to take a poem that she has written and break it into lines, and then each polish in the collection has a line of the poem in it. So if you were to line them up, the bottom labels of the polishes will make the poem. I thought that was really an interesting concept. So this is the Thistle and Thorn collection. Actually, it doesn't look like she has them in order, because yeah, I'm pretty sure the two green ones, these two up here, are Thistle and Thorn and Nettle and Briar. Then I think this one is Quiet. The rest of them I'm actually not too sure about. However, let's go ahead and take a peek at the fully swatched collection. Here they are. Absolutely beautiful. Thistle and Thorn, which is described as a cool mid-tone green jelly base with a purple to pink shimmer. Then we have Nettle and Briar, which is a seafoam green base with a glowy pink to orange to gold shimmer. Quiet, which is described as a soft gray base with purple to pink to red shimmer. Unyielding, which is described as a cool toned pastel purple base with purple to pink shimmer. Indomitable, which is a violet leaning purple base with a vibrant purple to pink to red shimmer. May Stain, there is a notation on that one. Through Drought and Abundance, which is described as a taupe gray base with vibrant pink to orange to gold to green shimmer. Then we have Reaching Skyward As You Root, which is a deep, cool brown base with green to blue shimmer. Only Fools Fail to Admire is a soft pale pink with glowy pink to orange to gold shimmer. The Wisdom of Your Armor is described as a dusty rose base with green to blue aurora microflake and bronze light reflective glitter. You Survived is described as a bright mid-tone green base with green to blue aurora microflake and bronze light reflective glitter. Oh Dauntless Guarded Beauty is a clear base packed with green to purple iridescent flakies and purple reflective glitters. And last but not least, we have Now Thrive, which is a teal jelly base with green to blue iridescent flakies that shift to purple and pink at extremes, micro hollow flakes, and a sprinkling of holographic. So yeah, absolutely stunning collection. This is quite the stellar first impression, and what I really like are these beautiful mixing videos that she has. So this one is Oh Dauntless Guarded Beauty, which is a must grab for me this month. That is gorgeous. This one is Now Thrive. This is one that I do really like. I'm just trying to decide if this is one that I do want to grab. Here's how it looks once it's mixed up. It has beautiful flakies in it. This is a mixing video of You Survived, another one that I really want to grab. I think this combination is just amazing. Here's how it looks once it's all mixed up. You have those beautiful bronze reflective glitters. This one is one that I'm sort of making a guess on. I think this one is Unyielding. There's a lot of purple in it, but once it mixes in, mostly what you're seeing is kind of this mauve-y base. So I think this one is Unyielding, but I could be mistaken. But that is another stunning Chloe polish. This one is Only Fools Fail to Admire. Stunning shimmer on this one. This one could easily make it to my wish list, but I do already have 7 on my wish list, so I'm just not sure. But it is glowy. This one is Thistle and Thorn. This is one of the light greens. This one has a like teal base with that beautiful purple shimmer. I mean, wow. Wow, wow, wow. And this one, you guys, oh my goodness. This one is Wisdom of Your Armor. Ugh. Absolutely love this one. Here's how it looks once it is all mixed up. Oh, wow. That is a must grab from the collection. This one is Through Drought and Abundance. This is another one that is very interesting to me. It could, again, easily make it to my wish list. I don't know if I can get the whole collection. Yeah, really stunning mix though there. Here she is showing off the beautiful shifts. Yeah, another stunning color. Ooh, this is another one. This is Reaching Skyward As You Root. This is another absolute must grab for me. It is dazzling. And then this one is Indomitable. This is that rich purple. Another glowy polish. I mean, The maker really seems to have an eye for making these glowy, glowy polishes. Whew. Really stunning one there. And then this one is Nettle and Briar. Look at that combination again with the glow. Oh my gosh. And then this one is Quiet. This is another one that has just amazing glow. The swatch pictures of this one did seem pretty soft on the nail, so this one and Through Drought and Abundance are two that I'm just not too sure how I would like them on my own skin tone, but again, just the glow, you guys. Holy moly. So the ones that made it to my wish list is Thistle and Thorn, Nettle and Briar, Unyielding, Reaching Skyward as You Root, The Wisdom of Your Armor, You Survived, and Oh Dauntless Guarded Beauty. But like I said, I could easily add quite a few more to my wish list, but those are the ones that really, really caught my eye. Oh Dauntless Guarded Beauty is that one that has all of the flakies in it. That is a must grab. You Survived is really stunning. Wisdom of Your Armor is another absolutely gotta grab. Reaching Skyward as You Root is also another must grab. Unyielding is that beautiful pastel purple base that has that purple to pink shimmer, another must grab. Nettle and Briar and Thistle and Thorn, those two are just stunning as well. The other one that I mentioned was sort of on my wish list is Now Thrive. That is that jelly teal that has all of those beautiful iridescent flakies and hollow flakes as well. There we have it. That is at least a handful of releases coming up in January 2024. Let me know if you have any releases on your radar. Also, if you have any suggestions of how you liked the video, how you like the format, things I could change or tweak to make it better, let me know down below. As always, thank you so much for hanging out with me and checking out some polish, in this case not necessarily hauls, but what's upcoming. Hopefully you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you in that next one.